So guys, I have just spent the last 15,000 hours fighting with my camera. Okay, so this is the kit. I actually don't particularly like this kit, but we're gonna use it. It's like some art museum theme, type of thingy, mabobber. We're gonna just roll with it, okay? This was a mystery kit. I'm no longer subscribed. I do love her glitter headers. There's these boxes, there's this stupid ass box, and there's the labels. I do like that scene, but like, them bitches be way too big for me to use them. So we have 8, 9, and I think going to have to use the girl to get to me. Or, oh, there's also these girls. So let me peruse here. I'm also going to be using the artsy underlays from my shop in pumpkin, and there is the silver foil that came with the kit. Okay, there's foil for both the girl and there's actually foil for everything, which is kind of shocking. I don't think it's usually that way. That's the scene. Ah, does this go like this? Okay. Oh, I don't really like these girls, so I think I'm gonna use this girl who kind of looks like a flight attendant. Well, that makes more sense because my sister came to visit this week, so it's a really exciting one. My inserts are from Aura Estelle. My tweezers are from Sassy Planner Co., I think. I don't know, I can never remember the name of that one. And we're just going to, also discarding those, jump right on into this video. How are you guys? How's it going? How goes it? Oh, the week of this is August 15th through the 21st. And this was like a really exciting week. So on Monday, I was just like chit-chatting with my dad on the phone, you know, talking to him while I'm like designing some stuff, just saying how like I just really want to go to Disney and how like literally once a day I like fake book a trip on like the Disney website, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why don't you just go? And I'm like, well, you know, like I'm trying to be responsible. And he's like, why? You don't have any kids. So just like, if you have the money, just go. So like, I'm just going. So I booked a Disney trip for literally the time I'm filming this. We go to Disney in 15 days. And I literally just booked the trip 7 days ago. So it's like really last minute for me, but I'm not even mad about it if I'm being quite honest with you. I'm quite glad about it. So I'm really, really, really excited about that upcoming thing. Literally one number off from being able to use those. I'm just trying to find some date dot number mabobs. Okay, we'll be using this new sheet in font 5. So I was able to book a trip, and like one thing I was really like sad about with like last minute, it's like it kept telling me like, oh, book your dining reservations, but like girl, everything good has been taken. This trip is in 3 weeks. So I think it's called Mouse Watcher maybe. I don't know. It was like $6 and I could put in what restaurant I was looking for reservations for and for which days. We're only going for a 4-day trip. So I put in like the days and like for dinner for Ohana because Chris and I freaking loved it. I am not a foodie. Where did I fuck up? 15, 16, 17. We forgot 18. Good. Good one. I am not a food motivated person really. So if I am willing to spend over $100 on a meal for 2, you know the food is banging. And that's how I feel about Ohana. I think it is so worth the money. The food is so freaking good. So I put that in, and then that night at like 11 p.m. I got my first hit, and it was for like Disney dinner runs at most places 3:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Who the fuck eats dinner at 3:30? Couldn't tell you, but I was willing to do anything to get this reservation. So I get the first hit that there's like a reservation for 3:30. I go on and I missed it. Sadness, I'm very upset about it, whatever. I'm like, okay, there'll be other options. So the next day, I got another notification, and I don't I don't know how you guys have your notifications set up, but on my phone, like, when I get a text, nothing. I have nothing set, like, no sound, no vibrate, nothing. And usually it doesn't really matter, but for this situation, oh, it mattered. And so I missed a really good reservation, like a late at night one, which is what I personally go for, because especially on a shorter trip, like, I don't want to miss out on valuable park time with how much money I'm paying to be in the park. I want to, like, be in the park. I don't want to have to spend hours leaving. So it was like a late in the evening, like 9 something, 8, I think maybe 8:30, I don't really remember. But I missed it, so that was very upsetting to me. And so then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save this contact in my phone and turn on notifications just for this contact. I set it to vibrate, do the alarm sound, all the things, so that I would not miss the next one. And I did not. I got another one that was for 9:30 p.m. on the day we're gonna be at Hollywood Studios, which works out perfect because that park closes at 9. So we'll probably only miss like 30 minutes of park time, so we'll leave a little bit early to get to Ohana, and I could not be happier or more excited. Really thrilled about that. Also on Tuesday I got a free car wash, which is like, I'm still riding that high if I'm being quite honest with you. I needed a car wash because Chris informed me that with a white car, he used to like work at a car wash, that he learned that like the acidity in the bugs from like the drive here could like stain my paint, and like I was not having that. So I went to go get a car wash. The guy comes out, is explaining all the different washes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get the most expensive one because my car is busted. It's gross right now. And he was like, he literally said, okay, this one's on me, go on through. Okay, sweetie, thank you very much. We also opened a P.O. box this day, mainly because I don't want my like new address as my return address because it seems a little spooky. I didn't really care so much when it was like an apartment complex, but like I be caring, so we got that taken care of. And then my new paper finally arrived, which was really exciting. However, I had it shipped to Scribble Prints Co., as Andrea so nicely allowed me to do, because I had no idea when it was gonna come or where I would be. So I had it shipped there, and I was planning on going the next morning to pick it up, but Kirsten texted me, and she's like, hey, like, I passed where you live, like, on the way home. Do you want me to just bring it to you? And I was like, oh my God, girl. Like, I just feel like I never want to, like, inconvenience somebody, but she, like, reassured me that it's literally on the way home, and it's not a big deal. So she so kindly brought it to me, and wow. Game changer, life changer. Things are just going so smoothly now, and I don't think I could be more excited if I tried. Like, the paper is like kind of thick, but I really like it, and it's got like a white backing. I don't know, it just looks really like clean and crisp, and just like, it's a vibe. I'm a big fan of the new paper. So by the time you see this, who knows, it'll freaking probably be Christmas since I'm so behind on posting videos. But I hope you guys like it because I'm really excited about it. So yeah, on Wednesday, like I said, the only thing that really happened besides working literally all day long is that we got Ohana, and I'm just thrilled. Really just thrilled. Thursday, we went and got breakfast with Andrea and Nick, and Lila came as well. So we got to meet like then we got to meet the baby and Nick, which was a lot of fun. We went to this place that was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. So like, if you met me, you know that's all it really takes for me to be excited, because I love me some Guy Fieri moments. So we did that, we got groceries, and let me just tell you, groceries in Texas, so expensive compared to New York. I don't know why the groceries here are specifically so much more expensive, because like gas is so much cheaper here and stuff, but like groceries, nah, they're so much more pricey here. It's so random to me. Okay, so there's that. Where's my bottom wash? Wash, where are you? Here she is. So yeah, did that. And then my sister came that day. She was supposed to get in at like 10:40, and then her flight just kept repeatedly getting delayed in Atlanta to Austin. And so she eventually got here at like midnight, and we picked her up, and she was hungry, so we stopped at Whataburger and got to like introduce her to that, which she freaking loved. She got the same thing I do, which is the honey barbecue chicken tender sandwich thingy. It like, if you guys have a Friendly's where you live, it's like a better version of the honey barbecue chicken super melt. So good though. She really liked it, which is exciting. So the next day, Chris was streaming, so me and my sister just got to have like an us girly moment. We like went to the Domain, we did some shopping, we got food, and then we like just, in my sister's words, gallivanted around town and like stopped at a bunch of different stores, bought practically nothing, but it was a lot of fun and just like super nice to get to just spend that time with her, like just us. We did pick up the crumble cookies for the week because we do not have crumble back where we're from, and she wanted to try it. Oh, the lemon poppy seed one was flames. It was so good. And we got Chewies for dinner, which Haley did not really like. Even though Mexican is her favorite food, she was not impressed. So there was that. And then we had a little game night. And then the next day we got up. We like let ourselves sleep until like 10. Then we got up and we went to Hop Dottie because I learned that her favorite like food, I guess, is a burger. So we went there to get a burger, do the whole like burger situation. So she loved that. That's her favorite thing. She ate the whole time, but she more so loved the fries. She got the nacho fries. They were pretty good. I did try a little bite. Oh my god, I did this in the wrong order with the headers, but that's fine. Whenever I do glam planner kits, I always have to like double stack them. Otherwise, that shows because she doesn't have squared off half boxes. They're like third boxes, but this is fine. I don't ever really have an issue doing that. So yeah, we got Hop Dottie, and then my melting basket that went up today, the day that I'm filming this. She loves blind pulling my melting basket. She thinks it's so fun. So she pulled the melting basket, and then she like did the video with me, which was so cute and fun. And we just like chit chatted. It was like a really long melting basket because we were just chatting like sisters, you know. And then we were just relaxing because we had plans to go into the city that night. So like I laid down my spread, did that stuff. And then there's like a train you can take into the city. So we're like, okay, we're gonna do that because it's way cheaper than driving down there and parking, and way cheaper than Ubering. It's like $7 for a day pass per person. And so we're like, yeah, that's absolutely the move. So we get there and we're like going to go check out and pay for the tickets, and like the guy running the bus is like, nah, y'all are good. You can just come on in. So I was like, okay. So we got a cute little free train ride. Say less. Love that for us. The train ride kind of takes a while though. Like what is typically like a 30-minute car ride is like an hour on the train. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. When we got in the city, we like got some scooters, scooted around, we got voodoo donuts. I didn't put this in here, but we did. And we like took pictures at the I Love You So Much wall and the Welcome to Austin mural, which was so cutie and fun. And then we went to Rainy Street, and Chris and Haley did some like bar hopping. They got all the drinky drinks. I am a sober sister, so I don't really drink alcohol. And so I was just kind of along for the ride, but it was a lot of fun to just be with them and such. My sister, she like gets a little weepy when she drinks, and so the train ride back, she was kind of a mess. The train ride back was actually quite scary because like the doors just opened and there was nowhere to like buy a ticket. And so like maybe we're just like naive because we are not train riders. We just like got on, and then the girl came over and was like, where's your tickets? After we already got moving, which I think is like a really weird concept. Like why wouldn't you check all of that before we get moving? This topper is from Planner Pixie Co. But nonetheless, I was like, listen girl, I have no idea where to buy one. I didn't see a single thing. The doors opened, we got on. On our way here, this guy just let us ride. Like, he said we were fine. And she's like describing this guy, and I have these headers from SPC. I got this wet, that's what that is. But anywho, we're like, yeah, she's like, she's describing, oh, was it this guy, this guy? We're like, his name was William, and she's like, oh, William, yeah, you guys are fine. And I was just like, okay, it was very odd, but very spooky. And then Sunday, we made last minute plans because drunk Haley was very upset that she wasn't gonna get to meet Andrea. And so, with the three of us, like, we had a little girly brunch at this place called North at the Domain. And let me tell you, there was a really odd situation. So they have like this breakfast carbonara, and it comes with a poached egg. And so I was like, yeah, can I get the breakfast carbonara? And she's like, ooh, like, I don't know if we can do it. They forgot to prep the eggs. So like the eggs aren't ready. And I'm sitting here like, okay. She's like, do you have a plan B? And I'm like, no, you guys have like 4 breakfast items. How was I supposed to have a plan B? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need a minute. So like looking at the menu, and they're like, what do you think to make the noodles, they didn't have the eggs? I'm like, do they have a chicken back there that didn't lay the eggs? What were they preparing? Because how do you prep poached eggs? And then I'm like, maybe I don't know what a poached egg is. And I'm like, isn't it when you just crack an egg into the water and like let it boil for a couple minutes? Yeah, it is. Which I Googled how long that takes, 3 to 4 minutes. Not even sure how you pre-do that, like in bulk, but whatever. So I'm like, well, I don't know, nothing else is really striking my fancy besides like just a classic American breakfast, like eggs and toast, but like, that's boring. So she came back and I'm like, can I just get it with like an egg over easy? And she's like, oh yeah, we could probably do that. So stupid. I'm still baffled by like how they just like couldn't make the poached egg. Like I genuinely don't understand that situation, and I'm still confused. So we did that, and we chit-chatted for a bit, and then we ended up coming back, my sister and I, to the house and just kind of hung out until it was time to take her, sadly, to the airport. And then freaking Siri was acting a fool on the car ride there, and she like kept giving me the wrong directions, which was really stressing me out. Made a couple wrong turns, and the traffic was backed up so far, but eventually I got her to the gas station. Not the gas station. Why did I say that? I got her to the airport, and then we left, and Chris was starving because at this point it's like 3 o'clock, and he's like, yeah, I didn't eat anything today. And I'm like, bro, you literally had all damn morning while we were at breakfast to eat something. And he's like, yeah, would have been smart, but I didn't. So he wanted In-N-Out, so we stopped there. It was a terrible decision because, one, I ordered a large Diet Coke with no ice, and they gave me a regular Coke, and that instantly put me in a bad mood. I'm still mad about it. I went to McDonald's to get a Diet Coke this morning just to, like, feel better about the situation. That's how mad I was. And Chris also said that Whataburger is way better, so we will not be returning to freaking stupid ass In-N-Out. I don't even eat anything there. Like, there's not a single thing on the menu I will consume, so that was stupid. I was really mad about that. And then basically we just came home, worked, and we watched House of Dragon, which I'm personally not obsessed with because I don't like blood. And there's been one whole episode at the time of filming this, and there's already been way more blood than I can do. Okay, that's my base. I'm gonna zoom in for the day by day. I think I should just barely have enough time. Okay, I personally also have learned that I really do not like silver foil. I don't know why, it's just like so boring to me. But she paired silver with this, and I didn't want the foil to go to waste. So yeah, I'm gonna put this little Texas here to mark that my sister came to visit, and then we're just gonna like get on into it. So the first thing we're gonna mark is payday, because who doesn't love a good payday? I actually did 5 things at the top like I typically do on Mondays. Then we will just put everything else in here really quickaroo. Growing up, like, I lived in Syracuse, and like the Syracuse is like a big like college area, and the colors are orange and blue. My high school colors were orange and blue. Everything in my life has been orange and blue, so it just is very like school vibes with this color combo. So for payday, I do have this piggy bank from SPC, as well as a payday script from my shop in font 1 in silver. Then for the post office drop, I do have this mail bin. That's from Carly Plans, and I do PR for Carly. You can use Hannah 15 to save 15% off, or if she's already having a sale, just put Hannah in the notes. And I have a custom PO drop in font 6. For laundry, I've got this basket from Carly Plans, as well as a laundry script from my shop in font 4. For planning, I do have a planner from Carly Plans, as well as a plan from my shop in font 5 in silver. And then for filming, I've got this camera from SPC and a film script from my shop in font 5 in silver. On to the second half. Ooh, I always forget that she does not have like the fun boxes in her kit. It's like the squared off boxes. So we have to like do them ourselves around these parts. And they're always way smaller, but it's okay, it's fine. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, that's gonna be to mark working, and then we watched Once Upon a Time while we were working, and then I booked a Disney trip. I booked the Disney trip way before the working portion of this, but this is where I marked it because I already had everything else put in. So, oh, I need green. Orange is not the next color. We're just gonna do the orange, okay? It's already up. I don't care that much. So for work, I do have this green silhouette from Carly Plans and a work script from my shop in font 6 in pumpkin. For Once Upon a Time, I do have this little Mickey head here from Carly Plans, as well as a custom OUAT in font 5. Then for booking the Disney trip, I have this castle from don't know where in silver, just to mark that. Okay, so the first thing I want to mark on Tuesdays, I got my free car wash, because that was like very exciting to me. And then we did go and open a P.O. box, which is like not that exciting, but we're still marking it. Then I got McDonald's breakfast. Which one of these is like 10 out of 10 crooked? I think it's her. I think it's her. I think it's her. I think it's her. Okay. That's probably still crooked, but I'm not fixing it again. This is to mark McDonald's breakfast, and then a YouTube bingeroo. Grab one of these. No icon labels. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. So for the free car wash, I do have this car from Carly Plans. The P.O. box, I have this box from SPC. For McDonald's, I've got that hash brown from SPC, as well as a McDonald's script from my shop in font 6 in silver. And then for YouTube binge, got the movie Clapper in silver, as well as YouTube binge in font 4 in silver. Then I did get my fabulous, awesome, exciting new paper, which I'm just so thrilled about. And then I worked and watched Once Upon a Time. I'm trying to keep a really close eye on the time. I still have like about a half hour to 40 minutes until I need to leave. So this will go here, and then yeah. And then I watched Once Upon a Time, like I said. So we need something in like an old light blue. Okay, so for the new paper, I have this boxes, like mail sticker from SPC. For working, I've got this computer from Carly Plans, as well as a work script from my shop in font 6 in pumpkin. And then for Once Upon a Time, I have this Cogsworth from Some Little Thing with another OUAT sticker from my shop in font 5 in black. So the first thing I'm going to mark on Wednesday is that it was my cousin Terry's birthday. Gonna mark that, and then I'm gonna mark working. to use this to mark that. And then I will mark a YouTube bingy poo. Okay. So for Terry's birthday, I do have a present from SPC as well as a custom Terry script from my shop in font 2. For working, I do have a laptop from SPC as well as a work script from my shop in font 6 in pumpkin. And then for YouTube binge, I got the movie Clapper in silver as well as YouTube binge in font 4 in silver. Next, I'm gonna mark watching Once Upon a Time. We're gonna mark that quite big because not a ton happened. And then I'm gonna mark that we got Ohana. And then I talked to my dad on the telefono. Okay. So for Ohana, I do have, or for Once Upon a Time, I have the Cinderella doodle from Mick Plans, as well as another OUAT from my shop in font 5 in black. For Ohana, I've got this Stitch from the Coffee Monsters Co. Then for talking to my dad, I've got a phone from SPC and a With Dad script from my shop in font 2. And that is the first half. On to the second half. Like I said, we got breakfast this day with the Raverts. So that's what I'm going to put in here. And then we got groceries and worked. Okay, so for the breakfast, I do have this from SPC as well as a custom with the Raverts in font 4 in black. And then for groceries, I've got this shopping bag from Carly Plans. It's super old, that's not in the shop anymore, and a custom HEB script from my shop in font 6. And then for working, I've got this laptop from Carly Plans, again, super old and no longer in the shop, as well as a work script from my shop in font 6 in pumpkin. Down here, I am going to mark watching Once Upon a Time. I filmed a bunch of random crapola this day. My little sissy arrived. Ugh. I literally miss her so freaking much already. She just needs to move here, okay? And then we got Whataburger. Whataburger can go down here like that. Okay, so for Once Upon a Time, I'm just going to use this Ariel and another OUAT. For filming, I've got this camera from Carly Plans. This was from Once More With Love. And a custom, not custom, just a film script in font 6 or 5 in silver. For her arriving, I've got this little plane from Happy Daya. And then for Whataburger, I've got this bag from Carly Plans, as well as a custom Whataburger script from my shop in font 6 in black. Friday, it was my friend Taylor's birthday, so I will be marking that. And then sister and I did go to the Domain. So I think I'm gonna use a little like blue for that. We did go to Ginya for lunch. We got ramen. She had never had ramen. She liked it, I think, kind of, yes. Once I got the garlic to add to it, she really liked it. And then we got gelato. Salted caramel because duh. Doot, and doot. Okay. So for Taylor's birthday, I have a cupcake from Carly Plans as well as a Taylor script from my shop in font 2. For going to the Domain, I've got these like little friends from the Once More With Love and a custom The Domain script from my shop in font 4. For getting ramen, I've got this ramen sticker from Carly Plans as well as a Ginya script from my shop in font 6 in black. Then we got gelato, so that's from SPC. After for that, I'm just going to mark that we had some like good old sister time with the shopping and gallivanting, as she repeatedly said, like I mentioned. We picked up the crumble cookies and we went to Chewy's. Chris came with us to Chewy's, obviously. Well, I guess that's not really obvious, but he did, for the record. And then we had a game night. This is like the only one of the patterns I really like. Okay, so for shopping, I've got this shopping girl from SPC, as well as a sister time script for my shop in font 2. Then I have this cookie, I have no idea where it's from, to mark crumble. And then Chewy's, I've got these nachos from Carly Plans, as well as a Chewy's script from my shop in font 6. Then we had a game night, so I'm using this sticker from that planner girl of like 3 people playing some games, as well as a game night script from SPC. Saturday, like I said earlier, the first thing we did was we got Hop Dotty, like we went when they opened, because we knew we were going out later. So we got an early lunch, and then I did film at my melting basket with her, which was just so funny to me. It was a good time. So we did that, and then I did a little bit of planning time. And then we took the train. So for Hop Dotty, I've got these french fries from SPC, and then for filming the melting basket, I got that wax from SPC, as well as a custom with, this is not custom, that's in the shop, as a with my sister script in font 4. And then for planning, I've got this planner from Carly Plans, as well as a plan script in font 5 in silver. And then for the train, I'm just using this card because I don't have any train stickers, sadly. So we took pictures, scooted around, did all that fun stuff. So I'm going to use that for that. And then for going to the bars, I'm just going to do this. And then we had another game night, and like I made chicken wing dip and stuff because that was one of my sister's requests, and I hadn't gotten around to it, and she was literally leaving the next day, so needed to get around to the chicken wing dip. So use this to mark the, I'm just gonna do that plus scooter, like photos and scooting. And then for the bars, I've got that from SPC. The camera was from Carly Plans. And for game night, I've got this playing card. We played this game called Hearing Things, where like you wear these headphones that are like really loud, and you have to like read the person's lips. And like I think Chris got like 13 points, Haley got like 18 points, and I got 32 points. So apparently I'm just like a god at that game. We love that for me. So first thing I'm gonna mark is getting brunch with Andrea and my sister, and then basically just gonna mark that I brought her to the airport, which is straight up devastation in my eyes. Ugh, hated everything about dropping her off. And then I had my super fucking annoying situation with the regular Coke at that dumbass place. Ugh, I'm still mad about it, honestly. It's been like a whole day and I'm still mad. I hate using the same size box right in a row, but like I hate this. This format's old as shit, so it is what it is. I've got this sticker from Whimsical Cat Studio with the girls script from my shop in font 1. The same airplane sticker to mark bringing my sister to the airport, and I have a the same with my sister script that I used right there. For the soda incident, I have the sticker from Once More with Love, as well as a fuck script from my shop in font 2, cause irritation. Then I will be marking work. Like that. Then I did have a YouTube binge. I'll use this for it. And we watched House of the Dragon. So for working, I've got this laptop from Carly Plans, as well as a work script from my shop in font 6 and pumpkin, YouTube binge, the movie Clapper in silver, as well as YouTube binge in font 4 in silver. And then finally, I'm just using a TV icon, and then I'll write in the House of the Dragon. So I'm gonna fill everything in, and then I will zoom out and show you the finished spread and everything that's going into my de-stash. Okay, you guys, this is the end of the spread. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's kind of hideous, but I'm glad to have the kit out of my collection, so that's exciting. What I have left over, everything will be going into de-stash, so I'm taking a break from saving my leftovers as I have way too freaking many of them. So all of this, as is, will be de-stashed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then, well, give it a thumbs down, because either way you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!